So the Chuwi HiBook Pro has a 2560 by 1600 screen on it. It's fully laminated. It has a very demanding screen resolution for a Atom X5Z8300. So in this particular gaming review here, I just want to see how some of these games, the latest titles and demanding titles, will perform on a screen with such a high resolution. So the first game I'm going to test here, this is Dungeon Hunter 5. Now I'm going to use a Bluetooth controller for games that allow me to. So there's some slowdown there with some of the magic effects, but it seems like it's going to be playable. And the next title I'll test out is Clash of Clans. Now this one, even though it's 2D, it can actually be quite a demanding title. So let's have a look. A little bit choppy there, just moving around. And zoom there, not exactly the fastest. See what it's like with a battle. That's not going very well for me, this one. Or maybe I can get 50%. But it's playable enough, but you have noticed a little bit of slowdown there and choppiness. It's not exactly running as fast as it would on the 1080p screens. Okay, so I got lucky and I managed to get 1 star on that one. Modern Kombat 5, and you can see scrolling around here that actually doesn't seem too bad, the frame rate. Now I expected it to be a bit slower than this, considering the screen resolution. This title here is Mortal Kombat X. Now this runs in a native screen resolution, so I do think this one will probably be very slow. We'll have to see what happens.
Sub-Zero. You have eyes, but will not see. I will see you die.
Okay, that's running like a slideshow. That is very slow. It's about 10 frames per second or something. Got 5% damage. That's super bad. Okay, so you can see that Mortal Kombat X, that's too slow for my liking there. That's very, very choppy. And this title is Real Racing 3. Okay, so you can see from that there that it seems that most of the games are going to be playable there, but I did notice that Mortal Kombat had some really bad lag on there. So that game actually runs on the native screen resolution. It's one of a few games that does not scale up. So Real Racing here is scaling up, still playable on this screen. Now, what about temperatures? I have noticed it's getting quite warm on the back, just around this area here. So let's have a look and see. So up to 37 degrees just then. It's not too bad. It's nothing alarming, but it is heating up. They look almost about 39 degrees. You do have to remember that I have had this sitting on top of a tabletop, so it's probably not dissipating that heat as good as it could if it was sitting in the keyboard or you're holding it in your hands. And lastly, just a look at the benchmarks here that you can get on this. So this is Geekbench 3. I'll quickly go through these. Antutu. See Antutu score. And this is Slingshot, 3D Mark Slingshot, 3D Mark Ice Storm, and 3D Mark Ice Storm Extreme. So those were the ones I ran on there. So those scores are actually not too bad for an Atom Z8300. So there was a look at gaming there. It looks like it's going to be able to play most of those games, but the most demanding games like Mortal Kombat X, no. There's just that frame rate. It's far too slow, and I don't really like to game with games like that are all choppy. Thanks for watching this video, and hopefully I will see you back in the channel later on. I will have the full review of the Chuwi HiBook Pro here coming up, hopefully within a week or so.